an unannounced visit, and a surprise landing in Baghdad. Blinken to al-Sudani, "We are committed to supporting Iraq." Blinken referred to the pivotal role of Iraq, and stressed that it represents a key partner in the region, and the importance of consulting with it on the current developments witnessed in the region, and that the members of the international coalition are committed to the security, sovereignty and stability of Iraq's CBI on TV talking about the dollar auctions are bad, but as of today the CBI has started new mechanism for money transfers. Frank, this is monetary reform education, boom, 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 boom. With all the lies out there, the whole team is coming out and telling you Iraqi citizens, relax. Firefly, the salaries of October, November and December will be paid to the Kurds as soon as possible. Then they talked about a 15-day period that started on November the 28th in which the dollar auctions will end. That put the date as this Sunday the 15th. Central bank governor opening foreign channels to foreign currencies eliminates the black market. They are talking about partnering with neighboring countries and carry more of a basket of currencies so they do not need the US dollar for trade, including Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and different countries around them. They want to split the value of the Iraqi dinar based on gold, oil, reserves and a basket of partnering currencies. This should mean a much higher value for the Iraqi dinar. They are making real-world moves to support the value of their currency. Now, what we have heard most recently, because things have changed, my intel has changed, but what we are hearing is that we are going to have an amazing weekend. The most recent information is that all the releases would be on Saturday, so I'm looking at our day to get notified, on Saturday. So the main thing is, half of this battle is getting the numbers, setting our appointments, and then it's a done deal. We're able to move forward with our exchanges as soon as we can. We're hearing we're going to have a super fantastic weekend. If anybody lives in Idaho, you may want to consider this place. Idaho Central Credit Union, IQ, they have 60 branches and they have some also in the eastern part of the state of Washington. They charge you $10 to exchange. From $1 to whatever, they exchange foreign currency. There's still some people out there that just don't want Iraq to move forward because the status quo, the way it's going, they're making nothing but money by stealing money by the government. Baghdad chosen as the Arab tourism capital for 2025 inches. Quote, the Iraqi Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced, the Arab Tourism Organization has chosen Baghdad as the capital of Arab tourism for the year 2025. Iraq is the second Arab country and the 9th in the world in terms of natural resources. With our contacts with private banks in and outside of Iraq, they're all telling us they are extremely busy. They're all telling us that they're getting ready for you. There's no redemption centers. None whatsoever. No one can prove to you they're a redemption center. Why will Iraq become one of Trump's priorities in the coming period? Urgent. Quote, Trump is planning major changes in the Middle East region, and therefore the region is entering a new phase, and Iraq will be at the forefront of these changes in terms of the security and economic reality. December 15th, I believe remittance auctions will cease. That may be the last you see of the dollar auctions. They're pushing towards getting rid of the illegal market smuggling. Article. Quote, advisor to the Prime Minister Saleh confirmed again, that tightening the control over suspicious financial transfers reduces manipulation of the exchange rate, and the stability of the national currency. Cessation of these auctions of the dollar and the illegal trade, it's going to do wonders. That's their focus and they're not deviating. Parliament is so angry right now because they don't have the ability to steal like they used to. It's called profiteering. If the politicians cannot profiteer anymore off the currency, off of the exchange rate through the CBI, through the auctions, what are they going to do? Only two options, get lost or get along. The majority have decided to get along, but they have lost some. They're just stubborn people. Politicians that realize they have no more power in Parliament are leaving, by Sadr. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani acknowledged, on Saturday, that there were suspicions of corruption in financial loan transactions issued by Iraqi government banks. In a speech he gave during the opening ceremony of the first Riyadh Initiative conference and exhibition in the capital, Baghdad, al-Sudani praised the role of banks in the process of lending to the youth participants in that initiative, adding that let us admit that there are suspicions of corruption in all loan transactions, which we have reached in our previous experiences. He added, "We are facing a new reality, and a new era for Iraq in which all its capabilities and natural resources that were not properly invested are invested, and these small projects will be the nucleus for other medium and large projects," noting that most advanced industrial countries started with small projects and ended with large companies that sponsor a full spectrum of small companies. Al-Sudani continued by saying, "We are working on developing various sectors, and in partnership with foreign companies, the local product must be present," noting that parts of the automobile industry can be manufactured in local workshops, and government banks will be present in supporting Riyadh initiatives. The Prime Minister concluded his speech by saying, "We have an integrated vision that starts with the youth to cover the needs of the local market for goods." Member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Jamal Khoja, expected on Saturday that the Council of Ministers will send the budget tables to Parliament in February of next year 2025. Khoja told Shafaq news agency, "The Council of Ministers has not yet sent the budget tables to the House of Representatives, and we in the Parliamentary Finance Committee are waiting for those tables to come from the government to discuss and approve them in the House." Khoja pointed out that the government is always late in sending the budget law and its schedules to Parliament, indicating that it is expected that the government will send the 2025 budget schedules to Parliament next February. The member of the Finance Committee stated that the budget will contain the financial deficit, and the amount of the deficit will be close to the deficit planned in the current budget. In June of last year, the Iraqi Parliament voted on the draft General Budget Law for the fiscal years 2023, 2024, 2025. The value of the 2023 budget amounted to 197,828 billion Iraqi dinars, about $152.2 billion, with a total deficit of 64.36 trillion dinars, $49 billion. The Iraqi government allowed the possibility of amending the articles or paragraphs of the law, which is what actually happened when the Council of Ministers approved amending Article 12/2/C of the Triennial Budget Law and referring it to Parliament for discussion. A report by BNN Bloomberg revealed on Saturday that the unannounced visit by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to Baghdad was a surprise stop during his tour of the region, during which he asked Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani to prevent the use of Iraqi territory to transport weapons to Syria. The report, translated by Al-Maluma Agency, quoted an American official traveling with the minister who preferred not to reveal his identity, saying that the U.S. Secretary of State made the request preventively to al-Sudani, even though Tehran is not currently passing weapons through Iraq, according to him, while Blinken's surprise visit to Baghdad came after his visit to Turkey, and his meeting with Turkish President Erdogan.